Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Jacob. Thank you for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics or reactions or randomness or out of the blueness. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm finding a rope to fucking hang myself because I felt like doing that watching this fucking boring, slow, self-indulgent, pretentious bum fluff of a movie. But for those interested in requesting commentaries, reactions, reviews, topics, randomness, whatever, feel free to send either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And even if it's a movie as boring as this, cool. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. But this is the limits of control. Yeah, the control of my rage and my sanity. 2009 movie by Jim Jarmusch. I don't care if I mispronounce his last name. I don't care because I don't need, want, nor desire to know how to say his name. Because he ain't worth squat or spit to me. I don't like him as a director. If I did a top 10 least favorite directors, he'd be on the list. Along with Neil Breen, M. Night Shyamalan, Ari Aster, and a few others. Ghost Dog, a lot of people like that. I always found it was overrated. You get mad all you want. It's not for me. Coffee and Cigarettes seems like a film I would like, because I like Clerks. I some of those minuscule movies about relationships, dialogue, but that film didn't do anything for me. Broken Flowers, Bill Murray is good, but the story just ended up being fucking pointless. I'm like, you know what, if I want Bill Murray in drama, I'll watch Lost in Translation, I'll watch St. Vincent, I'll watch other films with Bill Murray. The Dead Don't Die, one of the most boring zombie films you ever see. Dead Man, he did with Johnny Depp. He knows how to make a boring film, I know that. I'm not saying, oh, I need this movie to be Michael Bay, explosions, boom, John Woo, boom, boom, boom. No. I liked a lot of films that others deem boring. I liked the new Batman film quite a bit. I enjoyed Star Trek the Motion Picture. I enjoyed Ad Astra. I enjoyed The Shining. And 2001 A Space Odyssey. Again, a lot of other films that people call boring. I'm like, no, I get a lot more into those films, out of those films. Jim Jarmusch's, no. This movie is literally rinse and repeat for almost 2 goddamn hours. That, oh, he wants to do experimental, great. I'm glad I was the goddamn rat in part of the experiment. But you know what the rat feels? He gets pissed. He goes, fuck your cheese. Stick your cheese up your cheesy ass. I don't want to be part of your goddamn experiment, Jim. You have an assassin who is not even a character. He has a blank expression. All the performances are very blank in their expressions. A lot of repetitious dialogue where it's like a spy, but it's the anti-spy movie. Assassin, he goes to one person and they keep asking, you don't speak Spanish, right? Everything is subjective. He who thinks he's better than the rest, go to the cemetery. You'll see what life is. A handful of dirt. These lines get repeated over and over again through the course of the 2 hours. He meets someone, maybe they have a little bit of conversation, maybe a little bit about music, maybe a little bit about film. They give him a matchbox. He always orders 2 espressos. He'll look at the note, eat the note. Surprised he doesn't eat the matchbox either. He goes to a next destination. Repeat. Goes to another destination. Repeat. Goes to another destination. Repeat. It's a lot of the character wandering around the city. Staring into the city. Staring at paintings. Sometimes he sees this nude lady. Hey, you wanna fuck? No, I'm on duty. I'm on my work. He eats a lot of notes. I'm like, no wonder I never see him eating food. He's just full of so many goddamn notes that he eats. Matchbox? Don't just watch music videos. Watch the whole fucking album of Matchbox 20 instead. And just pretentious head up its own ass dialogue like, among us, there are those who are not among us. What the fuck does that mean, and why should I care? Oh, it's experimental to see if you don't have narrative and if you don't have story. Yeah, you did a boring, pretentious, shitty film. You might as well watch the paint dry. You might as well just watch me playing with the fucking phone like this and not do a goddamn thing else. Just fucking around my goddamn phone. Imagine if I did that. And you just see me doing this. And then once in a while I comment on something. And then... give me a fucking break with this shit. God damn it, man. What the fuck? Anyway. I don't even know what the fuck else to talk about. There's no narrative. There's no story. Tilda Swinton at one point comes in talking about films and dreams. And sometimes I like seeing films where no one talks. Then they don't talk for a couple minutes. Or John Hurt. May rest in peace. John Hurt from Alien and even Hellboy. He comes in as... his name is Guitar. And he has a guitar, and he tells a little bit of history of his guitar. And he tells about finished films. And gives him the guitar. And then your lead guy just wanders around. No point. No reason. No rhyme. Why does there is rhyme? Again, this... a lot of people asking, you don't speak Spanish, right? You don't speak Spanish, right? Everything's subjective. And I got so tired of the dialogue of... he who thinks he's better than the rest, go to the cemetery. You'll see what life is, a handful of dirt. He's even to the point that two people were dancing and singing him that phrase. Sing him the line of dialogue. I'm like, yes, I heard you the first time. What does it lead up to? Spoiler alert. He gets to a compound, he gets in. Bill Murray, who works with this director a lot, Broken Flowers, and The Dead Don't Die, which sucked, and what was it, Coffee and Cigarettes. He's like, how the hell did you get in here? And the lead goes, I used my imagination. And then Bill Murray's talking about, you know, it's a whole lie out there, you're lied to with your movies and your video games. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy even talking about? Don't even know who the hell this guy is that Bill Murray plays. Or what he does. Or why he's being hunted. Or why he's being assassinated. Reality is arbitrary. And pretty much chokes Bill Murray with a guitar string. And then Bill Murray's barely struggling. He's like, fuck you. And then he's dead. And then the lead assassin leaves. It's slow. The pacing in this is absolutely garbage in terms of pacing. So many slow... people think the Batman is slow? This movie's slow. This movie, I would say, is slow and pretentious and smelling up its own ass and thinking it smells like cinnamon. I mean, it just goes on forever, and it felt like it would never end. Maybe that's what the title means, the limits of control, as in how long can I control myself before I stop and say goodbye, never again. But I didn't because it was a paid request. think that's the least I could do is finish it. And then he throws his matchbox in the trash, and then the movie's over. And there's like a real lack of music. The terrorists don't even have names, because they're more metaphors than characters, I guess you could say. So the lead terrorist is like Lone Man. That's his name, Lone Man. And I forget what they call Bill Murray's character. Businessman, I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, wow, what a waste of Bill Murray. What a waste of John Hurt. Waste of Tilda Swinton. And just terribly paced. Incredibly boring. People say, oh, it looks pretty. I don't know. It looks average. Like, I mean, to me, it's not any better looking than a number of other films I've seen. In terms of, like, camera work or cinematography. I mean, I think it's as average as any other number of movies you can name. And there's nothing that was mind-blowing. And there's no story. There's really no story. So what do you have when you have a film with no story and no characters? No point. And you just do this, you just throw it away. No point, no characters, no story, no shits given. This is why one of the main reasons why I do not like this director. I don't like his films. I don't like his filmography. I know a lot of people disagree. They love Ghost Dog, and I would say this is his worst. I would say this is Jim's worst that I've seen. The most boring I've seen from him. But I did not like Dead Man. I did not like I said, Dead Don't Die, Coffee and Cigarettes. I think at least that I thought, but no, he doesn't have interesting conversations. He does not have an ear for dialogue. How the fuck is an ear for dialogue with some of the shit that I just told you? If you repeat it 3 times or 7 times, it means something. And I don't even know what else to talk about. I can see why I never heard of this film. And if you think I'm lying and you want to see it, you like it, hey, maybe Jacob likes it. If you like it, that's cool. That's cool. Doesn't matter what I say. You have your own opinion. That goes with every single film I talk about. It really doesn't matter what I say at the end of the day. Everyone has their own opinion. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if we agree, cool. And if we disagree, maybe that can lead to discussions and maybe more interesting. So, and if we love it, cooler, because we can talk about how we love it and bond over that. But even if you disagree, there's nothing wrong with that. I can't lie and say I like something when I don't. Believe me, if I did that, I'd be a lot more popular. But that's why I'm very unpopular. But it is what it is. So the limits of control. Oh, you like... Yeah, I like movies that you consider dumber. But you know what? They're not... They're entertaining. And you need to give me a list of the more sophisticated movies. I could pick a bunch of movies I enjoy out of those. You know, I'll watch Memento. And Inception. You know, by Christopher Nolan. I'll watch The Shawshank Redemption. You know, I'll watch Dr. Strangelove. I'll watch All the President's Men. And Justice for All with Al Pacino. Glengarry Glen Ross. 12 Angry Men, the remake with Jack Lemmon and George C. Scott. Directed by William Friedkin. There's nothing in here. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.